last video we talked about the walkthrough animation. So in this video we're going to talk about how to animate objects. So to animate objects means to move them, to change the scale in a certain time, to rotate them and so on. Okay, so you can animate movement, you can animate move, rotate, scale, and also you can animate some modifiers. We will start with the basics. So I have, for example, this door, and I have this animation that we created in the previous video. So let's check. This is the line. What I'm going to do is I'll just take this line a little bit to the, or I'll take this vertex only, little bit to the back. So when I open the camera, you can see the full door. So this is the door that I have now. Now I want the camera, when it moves inside, I want this door to be open. I don't want it to be closed. Okay, so how to do this? You can select the object that you want. So I'll take this one, which is a group, and then I'll go to group and open and select the object that I want to move. So I will select the frame, the glass, and the handle. Make sure that you are not missing anything. Okay, so I have another handle from inside. So I will select this handle as well. Now this is my door. Now do you want to open it? Is it a pivot point or is it a sliding door? If it's a pivot door, you will open it towards inside. If it's sliding, it will slide to the other side. Now as you can see, the frame here is until this part. It's extended from both sides, which means this door is not sliding. This door is a pivot door. So first of all, I will go to group and group this one, and let's say I will name it door 01. Now when I rotate this door, if I rotate it, what will happen? It will rotate on the center, on the pivot point, okay, on this gizmo. So if you want to rotate it on this point in the beginning, you have to remove, or you have to change the location of the gizmo. So I will go here to hierarchy, the third one, and then affect pivot only, and I will remove this pivot point. Now for this pivot point, I want it to be exactly here in the beginning. So I will go to align and align it to this door. And in x-axis, I will select move pivot point to maximum. And you will see now that this is my pivot point. If I rotate, if I scale, if I move, everything will be done from this point. Now I will close affect pivot only. Make sure it's closed so you don't change anything in your file. Now if you rotate, you will see that the rotation will happen on this side. Now I will repeat the same steps for the second door. So I will select the frame, select the glass, select this handle, and then select the second handle from the back. Go to group, group them all together. Go to hierarchy, affect pivot only, align to the door. Let's make sure that you select the door itself, and then in x-axis, pivot to minimum, because I want it on this side. Now I will close affect pivot only. Now if you want to animate anything, you will have to use either set key or auto key. Now we have few differences between these two. Let's start with auto key first. Okay, so if I click on auto key, I will select the frame that I want the movement to be done with. So from 0 to, let's say, 200 or 150, let's just go to the camera and check the frames. So I'll go to physical camera, and you will see that the camera will be close to the door at frame 30. Okay, so from 0 to 30, which is 1 second, I want the door to be open. So I will go to 30. You can either move it from here or you can just type the number here. So I will type 30, enter, and then I will select the door and I will rotate 90 degrees. I will select this door again and I will do the same thing. Now you will notice whenever I do this, movement for the door, I will have two keys here, green keys. Now the green keys are the rotation keys. Okay, so from 0, it will start from 0 to 30. Now if I go back, I will just close Autokey and click on play. You will see the door opening. Okay, so the door will open from 0 to 30 in 1 second. Okay, now let's say that after that the camera is entering and it's rotating, and I want to change or I want to move something else. Let's say I want to move something in here. So for example, I want this hat to fall down. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will open Autokey again, and I want it to start falling from this point, from frame 190 until frame, let's say 250. Okay, so if I go to 250 and move it down, you will see that it will start from the beginning, from 0. Okay, so let's just keep it here. So you will see that it will move from 0. So if I go back, it will start falling from here. It started falling until I reach here. It's already falling down. Khalas, it's on the floor. Okay, so if you're using Autokey, it will always start from 0. What you can do is you can select this frame and you can move it. Okay, so now you will start seeing the movement in here. Okay, so this is in case you're using Autokey. Again, the camera movement is a little bit not okay in this area, so I'll try to fix that as well. So from here, I'll just go to vertex, make it busier, and then just move it a little bit. Make sure that it's smooth. Move this one a little bit here. Also change it to busier, and change the handle a little bit here. Okay, so hopefully now the camera is fine. Okay, so you can see the movement happening from here. Now, if you don't want this to happen, this is not showing as if it is realistic. So what I want to do here in this case, I want to make it more realistic. I will just move this one. Let me just delete these frames. Let's just go back first. Okay, so to make sure that the positioning is correct, and then I will delete these 2 frames. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let's just take this to perspective. Go to group and open. Select this hat. Okay, I don't want the stand to move. I want this hat only. And then I will go to detach, so it's out of the group. And then I will move it and rotate it according to what I want. Okay, so now I will start. Let's just go back to the camera so we can see the location of the camera. So I will start from this frame, which is frame 180. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on set key, and I will set the key here. This will create a set key for move, rotate, and scale. So this will make sure that whatever movement you do, it will start from 180. It will not start from 0. Okay, so even if you're rotating, if you're moving, if you're scaling, it will all start from 180. Now when I move it a little bit, I want this to rotate little bit like this, and move little bit this way, and maybe a little bit down. Okay, and then I will click on set key again, so it will lock the rotation and the movement. Okay, and then I will go a little bit more, and I want this one to fall down, and I want it to rotate again like this. And I will click on set key. Now I'm locking all the movements, move, rotate, and scale, all of them. Okay, so it will be even more realistic. And then maybe I wanted to move a little bit or keep rotating a little bit. So I will move it this way, for example, and then click on set key again. Now, when I click on play, you will see that it's starting falling down. Because it's too fast, I'll just showcase it here. So from here, it started moving from 180. And then it rotated a little bit and moved down a little bit, and then it's moving more and rotating in the same time, and then it's just rotating a little bit to the other side, and that's it. Now the movement is done. Okay, so the difference between set key and auto key is that when you're clicking on set key, it's looking the three movement: move, rotate, and scale. Okay, so each time you're clicking on set key, it will lock them all. So the next key you add, it will start from this point. If you're using auto key, you're controlling each one separately, and it will move it from, for example, if I'm moving something, so let's say I will click on auto key. Now, if I don't want this person to move from the beginning, I want to lock it, you can just click on set key. So it will start moving after 313. So you can mix between both auto key and set key. You don't have to use one of them only. Now I clicked on set key to add a key here, but then here, and when I reach 350, I want this person to rotate. Okay, and also now you will see that it will start rotating. I think I did something by mistake. Yes, I added the auto key for the hat. So I will add this auto key here. I will click on set key. Now I have this key. Now if I reach 350, I want it to be fully rotated to the other side. Okay, now auto key is already recording. I don't have to click on set key, but you will see that the key is only green. Green is for rotation. So it will rotate here. Okay, now if you move this person, for example, let's say I will go here and I will move it to this side. It will start moving from here to here. And then the rotation, it will not start after it's moving. It will start also from this frame. Okay, so it will start moving and rotating at the same time. Now if you want to do this differently, what you have to do is you have to use set key. Now if I want to move it, let me just remove the camera so we can see the movement better. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want this, let me just close auto key. So I want this person first of all to rotate, and then I want it to move this way. Okay, I will click on auto key. First I will set key, and then I will go to this next frame, like for example after 328, and I will rotate this person this way. And then I will go to this frame, for example, and I will move it in this direction. Now if I click on auto key to close it, you will see that I have my rotation, but the issue is the movement is starting from this frame. It's not starting after the rotation. Okay, so this move and this rotate, they are both starting from this frame. They are not starting after each other, so I will not have only rotate and then move. No, it's rotating and moving at the same time. Okay, so even if I remove this, or let's say I'll take this rotation to here, you will see that it is rotating and moving at the same time. If you want the person to rotate first and then move, you cannot do this. You will have to use set key. Okay, so I will set the location for it here, and then at 350 I will rotate it and click on set key, and then at 400, for example, I will move it here, and then I will click on set key again. Now in this case it will start. Let me just go back. I forgot to open set. Okay, so I will click on set key. Now I will go to 350 and rotate. Click on set key, and then I will go to 450 and move it here, and click on set key again. Okay, so it will stay still until 300. After that it will only rotate without moving. After that it will start moving, because set key will lock all three movements, or all three the selection for movement and rotation and scale. They will all be locked at once. Okay, so it will not, whatever you do next, it will start from the previous frame, not from the beginning. But if you use auto key, no, it will start the rotation from the first key you have. Also the movement, it will start from the first key you have. Okay, so I hope the difference between them is clear. So this is how you can do that. Let's go back to the camera and check the movement. So now it's rotating, and then I will not be able to see the movement. Now one more thing you can do, you can always move these frames. So I can select all these frames and I can move them back. So now if I open the camera, I can see the rotation and I can see the movement as well. If I want to go even further back, I can do that. So I will select these and move them back. Now the frames that are showing here are only for whatever I'm selecting. So if I select the hat, I will see the frames for the hat. If I select this person, I will see the frames for the person. Okay, so now you can see the movement, the rotation, and you can see it. You can see him moving. Okay, so I hope everything's clear. If you have any questions, you can ask me during the optional lecture that we're going to have, and also in the lecture that we have next week on Wednesday or Thursday, depending on your session.